Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle and today I'm going to play in my Square Delusions journal, and I'm going to be using my Tim Holtz coloring pencils, the watercolor pencils. So just there you saw me showing you my little swatch, well it's not little, my giant page of swatches that I've been doing, and I'm storing my pencils in a little container that's very cute. Just so it's easy there for me to access, and it's on my desk and it's not hidden away, so I will remember to use them. So I've got this beautiful face stamp from Marlene. I've had it for ages and ages. It is honestly my favorite stamp set, that not from Marlene, sorry, from Dina Wakely. It is my favorite stamp set that she has ever released. I have used this face a million times, and every time this girl turns out differently. It's perfect. If you can ever get your hands on it, I would say get it. Okay, so my little storage solution was great in theory because I don't have all the little tins to open, and like I said, it's right there on my desk, so I can grab it and not forget to use it. But because I'm not familiar with the colors, it was a little bit tricky to find the right colors that I wanted. So I ended up throwing out most of them onto my desk so I could see which colors I wanted. And I had the little swatch, or not the little, the giant swatch page next to me also, so I could kind of see which colors I want. I think the more I play with it, the better I will get with knowing which colors are which. So I will just keep playing and try to get more comfortable with the colors. I'm not very familiar with the Tim Holtz range of colors. I only own a couple of Distress ink pads, but nothing other than that. And then now these crayons, pencils, and I love these pencils. I think they are fantastic. So I've really just scribbled, put some pigment down, and then water activated them with my paintbrush. They flow really nicely on the page. They don't lose their color. I really like them. They also oxidize a little, so when they get dry, they do get this white kind of oxidation over the top, for lack of a better word. It's really pretty. It doesn't lose its vibrancy though, so don't be afraid of it oxidizing and then it's not vibrant anymore, because this page is still just as beautiful as the day I made it. So I'm just going in with a couple of blues on her dress. I drew in a neckline and just some scallopy bits. I wish I could tell you which colors I used, but I can't because I don't know the colors. But you get the idea. I chose greens for the background, which is unusual for me. But I didn't want to use pinks, and I obviously had the blue in her dress, so I thought, let me go with green and see what happens. So I've just grabbed out a whole lot of the greens that I've got there, not all of them, but some of them, and I'm just doing patches of green all around her and on the page. So at this stage, I had no idea what was going to happen once I start activating these colors. This was purely experimental, just, trying to see how these pencils work. I don't know if I'm using them correctly. I'm not a watercolorist at all, so probably somebody out there is looking at my video and thinking, what the heck is this woman doing? She's crazy, she's ruining it. You know what? I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to enjoy the process. So I've scribbled my greens down, keeping the darker ones closer to her head, so she looks a little bit more 3D, so it looks like there's a shadow there. and lighter going out into the page, and then I'm just giving it a quick dry. So I didn't dry it all the way because I grabbed out this stamp set from Dina again, and I've spritzed some water on it, and I'm just going to rub my pencil on there, and I wanted to get this watercolory, backgroundy kind of leafy effect in the background, and I love the way it turned out. So I grabbed a couple of different ones, darker ones, and I think I went in with lighter ones, and I'm just drying in between so that when I go in with the next layer, hopefully what is underneath is not going to move too much. So I grabbed out another stamp set, again from Dina Wakely, and this set has like a scribbly writing. She calls her writing asemic writing, I think, and I'm doing the exact same thing, spritzing a tiny bit of water on and scribbling with my pencil. I'm also dipping my pencil into the water, and then I'm stamping it off. And I must say, I really, really like the look of this. I think I will be doing this a lot. It's watercolory, it's flowy and dreamy. It's also a little bit grungy. I really like it. And now I'm giving everything a little dry there. And because I'm Little Miss Impatient, I just took my rag across the page and dried off the puddles. Again, the watercolorist on here is going to go nuts. But, it worked for me. Now I'm just going to darken up the edges of my stamp there, just outlining everything to define everything a bit. I'm going to add a little bit of white into her eye, which I wish I didn't do because the eye was actually whiter before I put my dirty pen in her eye. But, it is what it is. It was a fun experiment. And I will definitely be using these pencils a lot. And now I'm just faffing a little bit, adding a little bit more color to her cheeks. They weren't quite rosy enough. And then I'm going to go in with a quote. Again, a Dina Wakely stamp set. This is her, I think it's called Block Alphas or something like that. This is also one of those stamp sets that I just swooped up the minute they landed on our shores. I thought it was brilliant. And my quote is going to be, "Stay curious." And first I had to write out the word curious. I could see how it's spelled. When I'm done stamping it all out, I'm just going to do a white outline around the letters, like in the inside of the square, just to make them pop. You'll see how it pops on her hair because that bit was a little bit too, the S wasn't standing out so much. And that's it for this page. A fun way to play and to experiment with these pencils. They are well worth their money. If you want to get a set or two, you can definitely spoil yourself with them. Thanks so much for being here. Let me know in the comments if you have them and what you think about them. And I will chat to you again soon. Bye.